in recent history, and new combinations of species that confront conservationists and management with new challenges. How do you deal with those sets of communities when everything you've done in the past has been for particular sets of communities? And as we saw this morning, the heritage of a lot of ecology, Clements, Gleason, on, is, at least in some respects, that these communities had integrity, they stayed together. So in a sense, climate change, if one accepts that sort of integrated community perspective, climate change is likely to rip apart the fabric of those communities. And we don't know what the consequences of that might be. There's another way that we've turned this around to look at the effects of climate change in California, and that's by creating climate space. So what we did was to take 8 climate variables for each of those 800-meter square pixels in California. And then for all of those, we did principal component analysis to derive 2 axes of climate variation, which are depicted here, basically warmer, drier versus a seasonality thing. And this blob here represents, in that principal component space, all of California. Those are all of the pixels that represent climate conditions currently found in California. If one were to look at this more carefully, there would, of course, be contours to it. And in fact, the contour peaks are over in this area. But basically, this is the climate space for California. We then asked, under future climate conditions, we can take each of those 800 square meter pixels of California